And queen takes f3. Oh, what is going on? Oh, this is going to be a fortress. I just don't see any hopes at all. This is very easy. Just rook back and forth.
Taking chess to the next level.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, yeah. Nothing else to say. Wow.
Creating the future of the sport. Introducing the Champions Chess Tour. 10 months, 10 tournaments. The world's best players online and on TV.
And queen takes...
Let's take someone with a random account, with a random name that just seems attractive.
Play live online against the world's top chess players while they stream their thoughts live. As a Chess24 Premium member, seize the chance to have your moment of fame. Get a peek inside their lives with question and answer sessions, in-depth teaching, analysis and interviews. The Champions Chess Tour, with countless accompanying events, is happening now. Tune in on Chess24.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Banter Blitz. My name is Johan-Sebastian Christiansen. I'm a grandmaster from Norway. What you can do is that you can challenge me for Blitz games and also Bullet if you would like. Most preferably will be 3+0, but I will also accept 3+2 and obviously Bullet, I would most likely just want 1+0 instead of 1+1 or something. Okay, so let me see where I have my challenges. So I will accept. Somehow I cannot get my challenges. Oh, now I have them. Okay. So let's just start at the top. I'm accepting. I'm trying to click accept, but now I think something is happening. Yeah. It says I'm on my way to the game, but it's. Okay, I can try. Let me log out. Log in. Okay, now I'm in the game, so I think it should be fine now, I believe. Let me just, yeah. Okay, then I will start playing. Playing against Dangerous Ride from Croatia. So let's go knight f6 against d4. c4, let's go. Let's start off with interesting, a bit funny, e5. So he decides to not take, then I think I should be happy. I can take and go d5. Knight f3. I think I have already a nice position. Equalized already. I think this is kind of exchange French, where white pushes c4, so just rook e8. Some ideas with bishop f4 can be in there. So knight to c3. Now I can obviously think of bishop f4. It looks interesting. Maybe I should go for it. Queen to d2 maybe. And then I can go something like queen e7 at some point. Or should I just move my knight? Let's go knight bd7. And if he takes on d5, I can go knight b6 and win it back like that. So now I want to take on c4 at some point, but I want to white to move its bishop before I take on c4. So for example, now I can take on c4. Let's do this. Bishop takes, knight b6, and then I can go to d5. Maybe play a5 first, so maybe he has to go a4, but now, yeah. h6 to prevent any bishop g5. Queen to d3, that's a good move. Now I can go a4, I think. Yes. Bishop c2, it's a bit scary, to be honest. It's a bit scary. Bishop e6 to c4 is possible. Let me try to do that. Maybe there's, yeah, something like knight e4 is possible. I can take and go f5. Knight e4, I can also go. Yeah, it's tricky position actually. It's very interesting. It's not so clear after knight e4. So it goes rook e1, then I can go bishop c4. And now queen to d2 probably wants to sacrifice on h6. So let's go bishop f8. Rook d1. I think white is doing quite good here actually. So maybe bishop a6. Or is that a bit too much? Maybe I should try to exchange some pieces. Knight bd5, take back with the bishop. Yeah, I think that was a good trade for me. Now I'm threatening the knight on f3. Knight e5 perhaps should be played. Still not so clear, but maybe I can actually take on a2. I think I will, because it's a pawn. And I need some kind of, yeah, I'll take on a2. Can go bishop b3 to exchange off the very strong bishop on c2. I don't know what he can try to do here. Because queen d3 is not really threatening anything, and I think I will go bishop b3 next. So it takes on h6. I think I can just take it. What's the idea? Something like rook e3 or bishop queen f4. Looks a bit dangerous, but I don't think it's really enough. Let's go bishop g7. Okay, it's quite dangerous, to be honest. Maybe try to exchange off a bit more. Rook g3, my idea is something like king f8. Just to go out of the pin, prevent any bishop takes queen takes h6. I think that should be fine. Okay, now I get to exchange this one. I can place my queen on d5, very centralized. Let's do queen d5, rook g3. I want to go king f8. Actually, I can go knight h5 there, so rook g3 is not the threat. Now I think I'm in control. Let's exchange queens. I'm a piece up. Queen g3. Let's go knight to d5. So I can go queen f4 or knight f4 next move. Let's go knight f4. There's knight e2 idea, which is hard to prevent. Rook e3. Knight e2 takes, g takes h6. A bit scary actually. Maybe I blundered or something. Maybe this is a blunder. Okay, let's retreat. But then I actually could have taken my knight on f4, so okay, let's play a bit fast. I'm too slow. Let's just flag. My only chance. Actually, I was losing that game in the end. I was under control, but suddenly I wasn't really sure how to proceed. But good game by my opponent. So let's play Ojas more 28. Thank you for the game, dangerous ride. So Ojas more from India, playing with the white pieces. E4. Let's go for the Sicilian with C5. Knight F3, D6. Maybe we should go for Najdorf or okay. So Bishop B5 check. Let's go Bishop D7. Just a very normal move. Queen short castles. Knight F6. D3. Now I just go G6, Bishop G7. Normal play. So now white maybe wants to go D4 at some point, but should protect the pawn on E4 as white does with Knight B2. So Knight C6. Now D4 is obviously possible. Maybe I can go D5, but now it's hanging on C5. So maybe I should prepare it somehow. Queen to C1. That's a strange move. Let's play B6, next D5. Let's go Queen C7. Could have gone B5 probably, yeah. Okay, now let's go B5. Maybe take on G7. White will do. Okay, Knight on A3 is a bit strange placed. Let's go B4, try to open up. I will take with the Knight if White takes back. Takes on G7, takes back. Knight C2, then I will go Queen A5 here. Knight here. Okay, so my opponents, they're playing quite fast. I have to speed up, play a bit faster. Maybe double up my rooks. It's not a bad idea. So I can go Rook B2. Now Knight C. Okay, so it goes there. I will bring my Knight maybe to E5 or to B6. Yeah, Knight C4 is a good move. I have to retreat. Rook B1, yeah, that's a good move. Takes. His endgame should be quite equal, but I think I'll try to squeeze something. Let's go B5, B4. Yeah, I can take, and there's a check actually on C3 or, but I think I'll win a pawn somehow. Like Queen C3, I'll go E5, I think. I'll go E5 here. And now let's take on D3. Now I'm pawn up. I should be easily winning. Can go bring my knight to F4 even. Let's bring my knight here. Knight D2 check is a threat. Queen D2 threatens on D6. I can take on A3, take on D6. Don't want it, so let's go maybe C4. C4, yeah. Now my threat is C3, because it cannot be taken because I have knight E2 check. Yeah, it goes Queen C3 and now I just win the queen. So I think it was well played by white for some time there. It was not clear to me that the endgame was much better for me. But I managed to put some pressure, at least. So white resigns there. Thank you very much for the game. Let's see what challenges. Let's see. I saw this player in the Chess24 chat, so let me accept that challenge. I'm white. Let me go this game E4. Maybe try to find a gambit. Depends what black wants. From Germany. E5. Okay, let's go knight to C3. I knight c6, then I go f4, some kind of, I don't know what you call the Vienna gambit, or it looks like a king's gambit. So it takes f4, then I'll go knight to f3. Must say that I'm not 100% sure about the theory. I think black is supposed to go g5. Oh, that was a mouse slip. I don't know what happened there, but now I'm lost. Ouch. I was just pointing towards g5 on my own square, on my own board, and then suddenly I just took it. Okay, that's terrible. Okay, then now what? This is terrible. Okay, let's go for some. Okay, this is much worse than I. Wow. I don't even see any moves. Because queen h4 check is very annoying. And knight d5, there is queen h4 check. Okay, I will just go knight d5. This can be a disaster. I have to put up some trouble now for my opponent. Bishop c5 is also interesting, because I cannot take on c7 because, okay, so it goes there. Maybe d4 now. Now maybe I can go e5. Still, okay, so here, let me go king e2. It's just such a bad position. Yeah, knight d7, that's a good move. Like, I don't want to take it even. Let me go queen to d3, because black could go queen g4 check and trade off the queens and just win the game easily. So that's why I go queen d3, to just prevent that. I think there's many good options for black, but black is actually spending a lot of time, so maybe I have the chances on winning on time or something like that. Yeah, this is a good move. Very good move, because if I queen e4 check, I think black can just go king d8. And rook e8 is coming, so let me go queen to queen to f3 maybe, because if knight c2, there's queen e4, but then there's queen e7. Okay, third game in a row where I'm not playing the best. So I changed my strategy. Now it's just pure flag mode. It's gonna play really, really, really fast. So let's see if he sees queen e7. Yes. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ultra fast. King d3, knight must move. I'll just go move one of my bishops. Maybe bishop to e2, some rook e1. A good move. Let's go rook e1, bishop a6. I can maybe go king e4. It's a very tricky move. King e4, go, go, go. Now maybe he can go king f6. Crap. What a position. My idea was bishop takes e2. I can go king takes f5. Like this, and now there's a pin, so now I win the bishop. Takes. King d6. Now I should be... okay, let's think this through. Can I go something like b4 at some point? Check, takes. Let's go no, let's take and then go b4. I have some kind of mating ideas. I see some comments in the chat that yes, I will participate in the next Champions Chess Tour event. Bishop d6. Let's go. Rook d1 or rook d2? Let's go rook d1. Now here, rook c2 check. King b7. Now I'll take on d6 twice. Takes here. Takes on d7. Actually, is this? I think this is maybe with increment, so then I cannot flag actually. Let's take here, here, here. Takes, but now I should be winning. Here, and checkmate. Lucky save there after a terrible start beginning to the game. So now it seems that I only have one challenge. Before this game I had many challenges, but now it seems like I only have one challenge. I don't know if this is with you players also, that does it say that you have challenged me, or? Okay. Okay, so I have one challenge. Now play killerDivyanshu from India. Let's go e4. Okay. See, there's some problems with the challenge button. e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6. Interesting. Goes for the Petrov. Are there any gambits here that I know of? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Let's go knight c3. There were some problems with the challenges, so I could only see one challenge. So I think it will. Hopefully, it will get better after this game. That's why I did not see all of your challenges. So now it's kind of a reversed Berlin. Castles, knight d3. Takes. Knight takes e4. Now black wants to go d5, so I'll try to prevent with knight f4. And if black goes c6, I can go c4 maybe. Now I'll go bishop e2. Knight c6 castle. d5, but okay, that's interesting because that's a sacrifice. I can't just take it. I can take it with the knights to keep the queens on the board. I see someone is challenging me with a profile picture of me. Interesting. Bishop to e6. I can go back to f4 and just happy one up one. Let's see if challenges are back after the game. Now I have 2 challenges. Now only 1. Now I have 2. And now 0. Now 1. It goes back and forth. Knight f6. Let's take on e6. I have the bishop here and a pawn up. Now I get a lot of challenges. Rook takes e6. Let's go bishop d3. Move my other bishop to f4 or g4. Bishop f4. Just a happy pawn up. Put my bishop on g3, and now I can move my queen to b3, for example. Maybe trade off 1 rook on e1. Okay, so d4. Now I can go a4 next move, I think. Maybe I should get some luft for my king, maybe go h3. Okay, now I go a5. This is a very good position for me. I can even close it more with a6. Let's get just some luft. Also, I can go queen c4. Now I can take on c7. 2 pawns up and not too much compensation. Black offers me a draw, but I think I will have to say no to that, unfortunately. Let's go rook b1. Knight e4. There's bishop f4. Then I can take on d2. Okay, so bishop e3 can I go, or I can even go bishop c1. Let's go bishop c1 actually. Looks very passive, but I don't think it's that bad. Or maybe it is a bit bad. Okay, let's go start running with the pawns. Maybe it was a bad move. c5. Rook d8. Bishop e3. Okay, now I go bishop e3. Rook c1. Now I have to trade because rook e2, then king f1, and the rook is trapped. King here. Let's go rook c4, b4, e4, d5. Missed knight a3, but whatever. Let's go c6. C takes here, and then rook c8, and I win the game. And that should be checkmate. Okay, now let's see if my challenges. Yes, now I have a lot of... No, now they're gone again. Now I have only 4 challenges. Should I try to do what was said in the chat to go to the new playing zone, or should I just continue like this? Okay. 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 Okay, okay. So I'll try to continue like this. Now I have some challenges. I'll accept this one. Turkish player. Not sure if I'm going to try to pronounce it. ipekberkerdem. e4. Let's... we will want to try the knight or the drag. Okay, so now we don't even get the chance. This game either. Goes for the... Is this called the Mora Gambit? c3. Let's accept. Knight c3, knight c6. I remember I played this with black many years ago. Don't remember exactly how to play it. I think it was something like this. And then was it knight to e7 and then to g6? I believe it was. And then just b5. I think I'm just supposed to put my pieces just to develop, and then move my queen to c7, bishop b7, and just try to say that you don't have any compensation. Obviously white has a little bit of compensation. So let's go castles. Now queen c7 next maybe. Or bishop b7. Maybe after rook ac1, queen c1. I mean queen. If I go queen c7 now, maybe knight d5 is a bit annoying. So let me go bishop b7. So I think I should be happy. Bishop d4 is a strange move. So now I can take that bishop, and now I have a very strong bishop pair. And also I'm a pawn up. Queen b6. I know that in this line, if you lose the d7 pawn, it's not a big deal because your position is so active, so it's just good for black. So now, I mean, I have ideas like bishop g5, knight f4 can come, bishop f6 maybe is annoying. Let's see, should I go bishop g5? Maybe that's a bit annoying, yeah, let's go bishop g5. Rook c2, then bishop f6. And then I can take on c3, maybe. Destroy the pawn structure. Or just go d6, just to protect everything. Knight f4 is also there. But now I can take on c3, take on e4. Or I can just go rook to. Let's just keep it simple. Protect everything. How can you join? You have to be a premium member, and you challenge me on Chess24. My name is Discoverchess. b4. Wow, now it's time. Yeah, now it's definitely time to take on c3 twice, and then take on e4. So now I'm 2 pawns up. Knight d4, let's go bishop b7. So I can go rook c8. Maybe I can also try to go knight f4 with a trick of taking on d4 at some point. Let's try to do it. If queen g4, I mean I can take on g2 actually. With queen g4. Okay, so now I can take on d4. Let me just do it. Just to make the position a bit easier to play. Here. And now I can just bring my king to e7, and then I go rook c8, and I have 2 extra pawns and I'm too active. Check. Let's take this pawn as well. Let's go rook b3, take on b4. And now just g6. Now this I missed. Nice. It's a good move. Let's go f6. If rook takes f6, I have rook g4 check. Let's go a5, run with the pawns. h3, let's go f5. Just holding on. But this I can take, and after, yeah. Okay, let's see, I have some challenges now. Let me see what I have. I have 4 challenges. Let me play. Very strong player from Spain, Yup. Rated 2774. So now I have to be extremely concentrated. To be a very tough game. e4. Let's go e5. Knight c6. Okay, very solid player. Goes Italian. Let's go bishop b7. Normal development. Rook e1 maybe. Thank you very much. c3. Let's go d6. Bishop b3. Let's go king h8. Very interesting possibility in this line. Okay, so seems like he knows what he's doing. d4. Let's go bishop g4 maybe. So if d takes e5 and knight takes e5, it looks nice for me. And if h3, I can take on f3 and I win a pawn on d4. If take back on f3 with the queen. If knight bd2, I take on d4 and I win a pawn. Looks nice for me. Takes an e5. I think I can just take back. Knight d2. I thought I could go something like knight to d3. I feel like I should be happy here. Because now I can take on c1 and I have the bishop pair. Yeah, let's take. And then bring our queen out maybe. Queen d7. Okay, so bishop back to e6. I think I'll take, should I take with the f pawn? Okay, so here, go a5, threaten to go a4. Takes an e6, so now the question is, should I take with the queen? I think I will take with the f pawn, because it opens us up to f file, and I think that's pretty nice. Knight g3, should I take some more space with a4? Yes, a4. Now I can also bring my rook to a5, where it is doing good job. e5, yeah. Let's go close it with d5. So what's white's idea? Queen d3. Interesting. Rook a6 maybe? Rook a6 to b6. Interesting. Let's go c6. Takes. Let's be active. Rook a2. This is a very interesting game. It's not so. Maybe let's go rook a3. Just keep some pieces on the board. It's not so obvious who is better here. Maybe I should get out of this line. Move my queen to e8. Let's go to e8. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now to a8. Now my queen is very active. Now let's take with the c pawn. This is also not easy choice. C pawn, maybe queen b5. I think he is doing well here. Let's go queen c1. Back to c. This is not going so good. A bit struggling here. Yeah, this is bad. Queen c8. There. Let's bring my. Okay, there's also rook c2. This is extremely bad. Can I do some kind of flagging? This looks terrible. Rook c2. What can I do? Queen b8. Now just takes rook e8. think I'm losing this one. Bishop d8. Ah, but now I can just take on e8, yeah. Oh. Ah, nice. Yeah, I can just resign this one. Well played from Jupp. I was totally outplayed there. Played a very good game. Tough loss, very tough loss. Now, let me log out and then log in again, because there was no challenges. Very tough loss there. Okay, so now you can try to challenge me again. Any of you? Great game from Jupp, by the way, congratulations. Waiting for challenges. Yeah, CD5 was a small mistake. Should have probably gone e takes d5, but I was a bit afraid of white going e6 and some ideas with knight to e5, but I probably should have gone for that anyways. Because I think my position was quite good actually. But CD5 was probably too weakening. No challenges. Yeah, I read the chat. I answered from the YouTube, but in Chess24 it's a bit silent now in the chat. How is everyone doing? Are you doing fine, everyone? How is life? Let me... Hello, Elroy. Ah, that's the chat. Okay. Yeah, I had another chat, but that's just stopped working. Okay. Now I see. Okay, lots of okay. That's why there was no comment. Okay, now I have. Okay, that's perfect. Now I can speak to this chat. Okay, sorry everyone because I could not answer the questions I had. I had the same chat, but that one stopped. So, would you say you're the second best Johan-Sebastian in history? I would say third, maybe, when it comes to in general. I don't know too many Johann Sebastians, but I know two famous people. That's a quiz for the chat. You can try to figure out the two older Johann Sebastians that I'm thinking of. And the winner, I will accept their challenge when it's possible to challenge me. Let me just go back in the chat to see what I missed. So I'm sorry that I did not see your chat previously, but now I have everything. Okay, then I will challenge. Okay, so I have. I'll challenge. Now suddenly, okay. I was supposed to challenge. Okay, I will challenge the first one who said it was Anish Gambit. Just that I suddenly. No worries. Let me challenge. To 3 minutes. So now I challenge Anish Gambit. Hopefully you got the challenge. And then next I will challenge the winner of the quiz, which was oops, now I lost the chat. Which was RezaWest, I think was the name. Yes. Okay, e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6. Let's go knight c3. Yes, this time I'm challenging the viewers. So I need good reasons for why I should challenge you the next game. That's you have to impress me, everyone in the chat. Give me a good joke or fun fact or life advices. Because now I think I'm doing fine. The author of the quiz, yeah, okay. Were you the author, SergeyCar? Then I will definitely challenge you as well. Now I can take the rook. I think this went a bit bad for black, unfortunately. Let's go bishop to g5. Now I take on c8. Now I'm really winning this game. Takes. Rook d6. Here f4. Not winning at all. Very dry joke, but I will accept it. It's you tried. That's what matters. That's good enough for me. Here, now I should be very close to checkmate. Let me see how I can do it. I'll just take on f6, just make it easy. Trade. And now I'll just move my pawns. And that's a checkmate. Now I am challenging RezaWest, but he's not online, it seems. Or am I? Are you online? I cannot challenge you, it says. Button is not working. Okay. It did work in the, yes, it worked in the end to challenge actually. So RezaWest, good luck, good luck. B3, interesting. Knight f6, threatening the pawn e4. Bishop c5, normal development. Okay, dangerous right. Thanks for letting me know. I understood that there are some difficulties, that it's not because I'm doing something wrong. So that's good to hear. But unfortunately, I would like to play many games with you. Let's go try to mate with g5, g4. If d takes e5, I can just go g4, I think. b4. Let me go g4. But now, or what? Now I can take on f3. Now I won a piece, and I bring my knight into the game. Even more pieces into the attack. Knight to g5. Now knight g6 to h4 is also there. And if bishop moves, I can go f3. Okay. Takes. Let's go knight g6, bring this piece. Thank you, Earl Hintz, for calling me the Johan-Sebastian Bach of chess. I appreciate kind words. Now queen g5. How to prevent this mate? I think it looks very hard. Yeah, so here, but now takes. And there's bishop takes f2. I can go rook f3. It looks a bit stronger. Rook f3, because then I can take on g3. Okay, many moves, which was probably strong. Rook takes f2 there. But rook f3 I like. In 2 minutes, I have looked more at the chat than Dubo does for 2 hours. Okay, now I can take on g3 and it's mate next move. Thank you for the game, RezaWest. Okay, now I'm playing the one who made the quiz. e4. Let's go. I'll ask the chat what move, first move do you want me to play? I'll play the first move which comes to the chat. So be quick on your keyboards. H4 was first. I'll play H4. Unfortunately, that was the first. I'll do it next game also, maybe. Okay. I mean, when I play H4, I have to continue with H4, H5. Now I can play more normal. Thanks for the game, RezaWest. C4. Now it looks like I have a terrible Queen's Gambit, or I don't know what you to call this. A Slav with many tempos down. But who cares? We move. Here, okay, now I can maybe try some queen b3 moves with a very stupid pawn on h5. Here, I think I can just lose the pawn with black goes something like bishop g4. I am not the grandson of Larry Christiansen. No, I'm not. But I'm aware of him. My favorite football team, that is Chelsea Football Club. That's my favorite football team. It's been for my entire life. Actually, g5 now. I can finally remove this pawn on h5. Who do you think will win the candidates? That's a very good question, actually. I don't really have a good answer. I hope Maxime Vacher-Lagrave wins the tournament, but also Nepo was very strong. So I think he can also be quite dangerous. But I think if Caruana gets back on his winning streak, I think he will be dangerous. I think out of all the players, Caruana is definitely the best player. So, but it's very hard to say, because Nepo, he can play great games, but also he can play some very bad games as well. So it's very hard to say. But I'm hoping for first, before the tournament, I was hoping for Anish Giri, but now it doesn't look that good. So now I'm hoping for Maxime. I'm from Norway. My favorite chess player from history, that is not so far behind in history, that is Alexander Morozevich. Always been my favorite chess player. You should look up his games. He's just an amazing attacking, aggressive chess player. Just goes all in. Plays very dubious gambits on top level. He was number 2 in the world at some point. now Ardavis is a Chelsea fan and change his logo. Very nice. I'm glad to see. Let's go e3. Glad to see my influence on other people. I must say I really liked the profile picture of my opponent, Sergey Carjacking. Real nice. Yes, exactly. Many people say Kasparov Fish, but for me, always it was Alexander Morozevich. Fantastic player. I think he's the only player where I was kind of, how to say, a bit starstruck when I played him in the World Blitz Championship in 2019. It was quite unreal to finally see him and play him, and I was very, very nervous, and I played a good game, and actually I mated him in a very nice way, so that was a big win for me in my career. Now he basically started playing, he's not playing classical, he only plays Blitz and Rapid. Now, can I not take this knight? I think so. How do you describe your chess style? My chess style has always been very, very aggressive. Always like to sacrifice pieces. Just have to concentrate because I cannot move my bishop because rook takes c1 is a threat. Nice. Let's go knight e5. My playing style always, quite aggressive, I would say, very tactical approach to the game. I don't like the end games. I like games with a lot of pieces on the board. Basically. Okay, so here, can I go bishop d3? Yeah. What do you think of the Danish Gambit, the greatest opening of all time? The Danish Gambit, I don't think I have played it. Maybe in some Blitz camps, but not in any series. I mean, it's a fun line, definitely. Probably you can get some great wins. I certainly believe, but on high level, I don't think it's the best way to beat your opponent. Unfortunately. Let's grab all this material. Let's bring our pawn. Go here, king e8, there's rook e3 check, c7, rook e8, and then c8. And there, black resigns. And now, I did say I was going to accept this game. e4, e5. This was because he had a very good joke. Knight f6. Okay, interesting. Here. Now, should I test? Thank you very much for the game, SergeyCar. Should I go some strange line or should I go for knight a5? Maybe I can give the chat some options. Should I go b5, knight to d4, or knight to a5? First move that pops up, I'll play. So b5, knight to d4, or knight a5. Okay, b5 was first out. I have no idea how to play it, but I will try it. Let's see. I'm not really sure how the theory goes. Knight d4, I think it is, huh? And then there's c3. I have no idea. Is it knight takes d5 or? I have absolutely no idea. I don't think it's knight takes d5. Maybe it is, but I highly doubt it, or maybe someone in the chat knows better than me. Now what? Here? Yeah, this was definitely the wrong way, I think. I'm truly sorry, everyone, to have to witness that. And now what? Here? Queen f3. Rook b8. Okay. Interesting. Bishop b7 is in the air. And now I can go... What? I can just go bishop b7, no? But then bishop c6. Bishop g4, what happens? Let's try. Do you regular tactical training on which sides? Not too many tactical training, actually. Just sometimes just do it for fun. Okay, queen e3, bishop h3. Don't think. Others, well, I almost took on d4. Bishop h3. Let's try. Best GM, instead of just cursing, is trying to give us entertainment. Thank you very much. I appreciate the loving comments. It's nice to hear. Bishop d7, yeah. That's well spotted from you, KingHunter. That looks like a very good move, actually. Because then I attack the bishop and also mate on g2. Now take on f1. So what's White's idea here? Maybe knight d6. Try to exchange. So I'm a material up, but I think White has very sufficient compensation. So definitely not clear. Takes. Start here. Thank you, MacDillon, for the nice comment. Need to create some kind of counterplay. So here now I have to double my rooks at some stage, but how can I do it? King here. d4 is protected, so I can take. Now the bishop is having some problems from c1. Now I can go rook here. And now rook h2 should be very nasty. Let's go f5. Nice move. Takes a2. Okay. Let's protect. Good move. Rook g2. This I missed here. King f3, rook c2. Should try to give mate with some. Yeah, now it's not so easy to give mate, but let's go c5, c4. Takes. Yeah, I won on time there. It should win the game, but I think White was fighting very well. Let's see. I have seen. I've seen Genghis Khan has been very active in the chat. Thank you very much for the game not winning at all. By the way, am I playing now that challenge has worked 90 minutes or just continue? Yeah? Okay, because now I think I have a lot of challenges. I think I can just continue. Okay, yep. e4. Now, should I ask? Yeah, let's ask the chat. What move? First one pops up. I'll play. First one. G3 is not... Okay, c5 was first. I'm glad I was hoping there was no f5 in there. That would be disastrous. Goes queen takes d4. So this is a 3+2 game. Knight, okay. Knight c6, I guess bishop b5. How do I play such game? Let's go g6 or e5. Let's go e5. Hitting the queen. G6 you meant, yeah. H6. It's preventing the bishop g5. Bishop b7. a4, taking some kind of space. Good move. h3. Let's kick the bishop out. Bishop on b4 is a bit annoying, but a6 and bishop c4. So let's go bishop e6 first. Do you know any Turkish football teams? I know Antalyaspor, obviously Besiktas, Fenerbahce, or how you say it. Bursaspor, isn't that a team? Rook b8. I know some of the teams. Rook b1. So, I don't know, rook b4? Can I go rook b4? Rook b4 looks very nice. Rook b4, threatening to take on e4. Yeah, I like it. Ah, very nice. You're a Fenerbahce fan. Very nice. And obviously, Galatasaray. Thank you very much, Pro Blitz. Yeah, so bishop c4, winning exchange. Also, I win the pawn on e4. So this everything went just according to plan. And now I can also take on a4. Now I have a lot of material advantage. Also, e4 is in the air. But should I go e4? Yeah, let's go rook a2. Putting pressure against the c2 pawn. So now I can go d5. Ideas like d4, winning the bishop. White is a bit cramped, so f4, natural. Takes and just bishop d6 trade-off. This is just a technical win. So here there's queen f4 check, knight f3 is forced. Now I can go queen to g3 maybe. Yeah. Let's try. How to protect the mate. Yeah, knight e2 was only way, but now I can take the queen, unfortunately. And I win the knight, and then there's checkmate in few moves. Okay. Oops, let me accept. Grindelwald now has a picture of Modosevich. I think that's the person who had a picture of me earlier, if I'm not mistaken. What's my thought about Bone Cloud? Yeah, what's my thought about that? It's very hard to say. It's you don't really gain too much advantage about it, but it's fun for one game or two. So definitely, it's kind of how I play when I play Bullet, and then I lose like 3-4 games in a row, then I just start pre-moving king back and forth just because I'm completely mad. Otherwise than that, I play more or less normal. Where do you learn so many moves from book? What do you mean by that, Purify? Where do you learn so many moves? This is not so easy. I always fall in these kind of tricks when I play against this Scandinavian. Really annoying. Okay, let's not care. Okay, queen e2. I just lose this. Thank you very much for the game, Genghis Khan. Are you working from the book? I'm not too much. Usually just over the computer with ChessBase. No worries, Purify. No worries. Now I was caught in a preparation. I have to figure out what I should do against this kind of Scandinavian. Always end up very bad. Okay. h3, let's try to launch an attack with b4. h5. Playing good chess, my opponent. Should I go h4? Rook d1, h4, knight f1. What is my favorite chess book? I mean, my favorite chess book is kind of a series of books which was made by Romanian Grandmaster Mihail Marin on the English opening. That was my first. The first book I really read. I kind of went through all. I think there are 3 books. Quite deeply when I was a young kid. And I remember that it was really interesting to read, and still today I remember most lines that I was reading there, and had a big influence on how I play my opening chess when I was younger. Rook f5, now b4. I have to create something. Think black should go h3 at some point. Bishop d6. It's very scary. b5, knight e5, brings all the pieces. Now knight f3 is there. Let me just take this pawn on a7, be a bit greedy. Because maybe I can go b6, but this looks very nasty. Somehow I feel like I survive. King here. If I don't miss anything, obviously. Yeah, now I can go g3. Don't think I'm missing anything right now. That means not clear at all. Okay, so here, let's go b6. Open up for in front of black's king. Maybe queen g4 is a good move. Knight to g4, now I take on c7. Is there knight f2? Maybe there's knight f2, bishop takes. Rook takes f2, queen e4, king g1, bishop c5, I think was there actually. Okay, this is also a good, but now queen d3. Okay, let's try. Because I am protecting f2 with my bishop on a7. Maybe queen f6. Okay, so now trade. Let's take with the rook. Takes on c7 now. Let's go f3 and just start bringing my pieces back. Rook d2. Now I'm a bit more comfortable than I was. Actually, yeah, we're equal material. Yeah, but still not clear, yeah. Let's put the bishop back to f2. Or e3. Yeah, e3 and knight d5. Let's put it on d2. Rook e1. f6, a4. Let's go rook e4. My king is very weak. Yeah, even this is actually working. But if I take rook c4 checking, b8 take on c3 as rook d1 mate. And what if I go rook h4? Let's try. Yeah, I need to win this pawn. There's knight c5. Let's go rook h7. Should be 4. h4. h5. f8. This is very interesting. Let's go here. Can I win this? 6. So h6. Yes, I can. Oof, that was almost. But a good game from Grindelwald. Let me see. Let's play KingHunter. He's been very active in the chat. Thank you very much for the game. Let's go e4. I mean, I'm an e4 player, so now I get the French. Nice. Let's go for the wing gambit, which I like to play in Blitz. Sacrifice a pawn, but for a very... Okay, so he knows what he wants. Queen a5, yeah? Have not seen that move actually. Bishop d3. Castles. How do I step out of this? Pin. Okay, now c3. Now I can take on a3 or g4. h3. Wow, f5. That's a bold move. Very bold. f5. Knight. g5, g takes f5. I don't know, it's very hard. Let's go g5. Let's go. Queen. Yeah. Let's take with the bishop. I don't know if I'm happy here or not. Let's go queen to d2. Yeah, I don't think I have the best compensation. Maybe I have to push in the center with c4. I have to open some kind of lines. What should I take? Bishop takes. What if b5? There's... But this I can take. And now I won a piece. That really helps my situation. Now here, queen d6. Just gonna make it easy for me. Queen f7. Can I go knight to b5? Yes, I think so. Because it's a pin, so if it takes back, I'll take on a8. I think this is a mate. Well, not maybe a mate, but almost mate. How do you train yourself daily? I do work daily. Now I work really much before the next tour event. So I'm working on preparation and just all sorts of stuff you need to work on, but mainly preparing openings for the tournament with some help. I'm not giving any names or something like that. No, Genghis Khan, I do not watch Agad Mator. Rook here, knight f4, e6 here, knight b6, bring the other rook, knight here, and now I can start pushing the e7 pawn. g6, now it's completely locked, maybe h5, then I go g5. Knight to d4. Takes knight b5. Hello, E4 fighter. I'll take it. And that is checkmate. Let's accept more. Who do I think will win the candidates? I see from the YouTube chat. I think maybe I don't know. So hard to say. I don't remember how many rounds are left. Even I think maybe Nepo. Actually, when I think about it, maybe Nepo will actually be able, because he can win a lot of the games. Actually, my money is on Nepo. Would you consider the Queen's Gambit D4 C4 line just a non-GM quality line? No, I don't think it's a non. I think it's definitely played on high level today. The Queen's Gambit. How many languages do I speak? I speak Norwegian, English, a bit of German. I mean, I can also say that I speak like Swedish and Danish, but they are so close to Norway, so I don't really count them. But yeah, those are the languages. And then obviously, since I'm a chess player and I travel a lot, I know like a word from many different languages. So what am I supposed to do here? Bishop c5? Why are they all testing me in some strange theory? Who is my second? I cannot say who is my second, unfortunately. Castles. Isn't this fine? I have no idea. Who's my favorite chess player from Azerbaijan? I think that must be. I really like Rajabov and Mamedyarov, but Rajabov is a very nice. I know him personally. He's a very nice guy. What? Can I go e3? I think I can. No, I cannot. Can I go? Yes, no. But I can go bishop g4 first. How to remember chess openings, which have lots of theory. I have no idea how. It just... I don't know, I feel like I remember openings which I find interesting easier. And when I kind of repeat them every day, check them, and you have to play them constantly online to remember all the lines. That's how I do it. Thank you very much, Mukkel, for the wishes for the tournament. Thank you very much for the game, KingHunter. Seven games. Okay, 7 games? 7 games, yeah? Maybe then Karana will hit back when I think about it. Because he's 1 point behind, I believe. He's definitely capable of just hitting back. I mean, he's also the one who has not participated in the tour, if I'm not mistaken. And I think, by the way, let me take here. I think he has just been preparing all months for this tournament. I think he has some great ideas in his pocket going to Russia. So I'm really looking forward to watch his games. Okay, I'll take one last game before I finish with my session. I have a bullet challenge. Let me play here. Is that you? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, then I'm playing. Okay, e4. Now a bit less talking. Scotch. D5. Let's play normal. here. Okay. I think I'm winning a piece. But still some compensation, obviously. Can take on c6, bishop d7, queen to b8. Let's... Yeah, what should I do here? Let's go c5. Knight to d4. Now let's castle. Bishop f5. Rook d8. Feel like I'm getting somewhere now. Queen c5, knight c2 check. King e. Now I can take on d1. Here, take on b2. Let me take the rook. And of course, exchange the queens. Here. And checkmate. Okay, I think that was a thank you. I think that was a good way to end the show. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you all had a great time, even though with some technical problems, and that the ones I played that you enjoyed our games. And thanks a lot for joining me in the Banter Blitz, and I hope to see you soon.